Cued. Check. Presenters ready. Well, 2 out of 3's not bad. This is TigerTails Radio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, and welcome to another exciting, delightful, and otherwise entertaining episode of TigerTails Radio. This is season 15, episode 50.
50.
Episode 50, 51, 52, and then we're done for the whole season. And we get some time off. Yay!
Because you're going to tear everything down.
I am. And I'm on a t-shirt that's actually... You can where the writing on the t-shirt's written backwards. That should be the correct way around on the stream.
Yes, TK just has the inability to stand up currently.
I do, yeah, because I'm currently sat cross-legged on my chair. As you do, you know. So, but yes, I am TK Tiger.
You do.
Yes, as I do. So yes, I am TK Tiger, and joining me this week we have a whole host of characters. What we don't yet have is the Void, so I'll fix that when we start playing Jackbox. But for the moment, we have. Lord Hedgington Smythe.
Hello, everybody. Good evening to you all. Make merry.
We also have Sir Xavier.
Hello. Welcome to the show. It's going all downhill from here.
It really is, because now we get to Captain Microphone, also known as Charleston Rat.
Yes, I probably won't be talking much this episode, and you'll find out why.
We've just discovered it. And it seems like your webcam's frozen. There we go.
Really?
Yeah, it's come back, don't worry. It froze briefly. Everyone else was working, but you weren't. And yes, it's me, TK Tiger, back here again for another week. Corn Husky says it's not a T-shirt, it's a TK shirt. Actually, it's a Charleston purchased TK shirt.
Oh.
Yeah, yes, you got me this T-shirt.
Yes, I made it. Well, I didn't make it, but I designed it.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool. And I'm going to uncross my legs so I can do a stand. So people who haven't seen the writing yet can see the writing. You have to imagine, of course, that this writing is actually written backwards. Because in reality it is. But because I'm the one in control of the Discord, and Discord always flips the camera, the writing is actually forward this time. But yes, it's a nice little Pride T-shirt. So yes, I wear this every now and again. It's in my T-shirt rotation.
T-shirt rotation.
Yeah, well, I've got so many damn T-shirts now. I actually have stockpiles of T-shirts. I have months' worth of T-shirts. I could get away without washing T-shirts for probably about 3-4 months and never wear the same T-shirt on 2 different days in all that time scale. I have more T-shirt than I have ability to wash all my T-shirts at once. If I wanted to wash all of my T-shirts at once, I'd have to go to a laundrette that's got a very big machine.
I remember that when we were living together. It's like, right, I'm going to do some washing. Wait, why is this thing full?
And why are you doing 5?
Load 1 of 5.
Yeah, I was going to say, why are you doing 5 loads? Well, I may have...
Didn't bother doing any loads during the last month, so he wore all of his T-shirts, and therefore we now have to cope.
Yes. Well, this is what happens when everybody lives in the same place and they all have the same we all work 9-to-5 type jobs.
Yes.
It's like fighting for the washing machine is never fun. Especially when you get people like Xavier who steal it on the bollock early in the morning Saturday and you don't get to see it again until the evening on Sunday because they wash everything.
On the weekend.
Yes.
It's strange that.
All weekend. It's like, right, I've done me clothes, I'm now going to do all my towels and I'm now going to do all the bed linen, and it's like, just buy multiples of these things. Because then the rest of us can use the washing machine because you can wash the rest of this bit during the week.
This is why those big American and Canadian condos have a big laundrette in the basement.
Yeah. And so, right, we got people in channel. There are people talking in the Discords. And we got Xavier talking in the YouTube feed, but no one's talking in the Discord. We have a Dejiri, we have a CW Tiger, we have a Corn Husky, we have a Jennifer Batgo. There's a Xavier Wolf. I've even done some talking in there. And, oh, yes, I've just scrolled up and there's loads of people here. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. And, oh, I can see a Shades typing as well. How darling. Right. I think we should crack straight in to our first section. So, how's everybody week's been? Let's find out. It's the review of the week.
This is TigerTails Radio. And now let's catch up with the cast. This is Review of the Week.
Haven't seen from Hedgie for a little while. How has your week been? Or since we last saw you been?
My week's been pretty good. So yes, I obviously am no longer working for my previous job due to probation and cultural differences that we basically didn't agree on. So I was like, don't like it here. Too much negative energy, so I'm leaving. And I decided to look for other things again, so I've been applying for jobs there. And I had an interview/trial shift at Lush in West Key.
Ooh.
So yes, I got to go to the smelly place and do a trial shift there, which was probably one of the longest interviews I've done. It was about 3 hours.
Really?
So yeah, so I basically sat down with this lady and we answered a few questions.
Mhm.
Then they put us on the shop floor for an hour and just saw how we coped there.
Yeah.
Then they gave us an hour of being a supervisor/manager and basically controlling people.
Oh, cool.
Quite fun. And then we basically got given a single bottle of shampoo as a gift and basically went, we will let you know what's going to happen. So,
Oh,
yeah.
they gave you free shampoo.
Yes,
That's
yes,
pretty
they
cool.
did, yeah. So, yeah, I actually got to work there and sniffle the...
Sniffle the sniffies.
Because the last time I went to Lush was when it was next to where Maplin used to be.
Yeah, up near where the body shop was.
Yes, that's where Lush used to be.
Mhm.
Then it got more money and moved into West Key. So, and wow, the amount of stuff they've got in there now is so different to what it used to be before.
Yeah,
Because
and
before it was soap, not soap. And it was just, now they've got everything.
yeah,
Because before it was, everything is just in blocks. There's no actual sort of packaging or anything. And they just wrap it up in wax paper. But now they've got actual sort of... compostable plastics and occasionally stuff that is just wrapped up in paper and all that kind of stuff. They've even got sinks so you can demo all the kind of stuff there. And they've got this brand new thing called shower jelly, which because they've got bath bombs obviously, but for people that don't have a bath or prefer not to, they've got these shower jellies, which are these kind of, it almost feels like a solid blancmange, if you know what that kind of texture
wibbly.
is. Wibbly, yeah. And you basically just rub that gently and it foams up and you use that. And I had great fun demoing those. And my first customer, I got to buy 3 of them.
Nice.
I was like, this person wants 3 of them because I demoed them. And they were like, hey, fantastic. So, yeah.
Pretty cool.
So, yeah, it was really good fun. And I thought, oh, God, I hope I get this one. This would be great working there. Because the next day I picked up my shirt, this one that I was wearing here, and went, ooh,
It has
so
a
many
sniff.
fragrance fizz. Yes, it was like, wow, that's good. Doesn't smell like sweat. It smells like gorgeous fruitiness.
Yeah, well, I go into Lush and I have to walk straight out as the asthma goes, nope. My asthma says, hey, you've got into Lush. How about you leave very quickly? And I'm like, okay.
I was like, oh my God, I'd get to work in West Key, the posh area, where none of the riffraff go.
Oh, I don't know about that. Which does remind me, I need to pop into West Key at some point and actually book an IOD exam with one of the opticians in there, which I'll get for free from work, which is nice.
But that's the first, that's the second reply I've had from job interviews. The other one was when I was still working at the arcade, but I went, I'll apply for another one. I got an interview there, but they went, nah. So technically I've had one interview after here. I've got to go to the job centre again tomorrow and get a sort of an update kind of thing. And they go, what have you been doing? It's like, have a look at all these I've applied for. I'm doing my job of applying for jobs. So yeah.
Yes, I'm doing the application thing that you keep telling me I need to do in order to get the money.
Basically, yeah. But yeah, the Lush one was like, oh my God. So I sent them a little update letter going, hey, thanks for the interview and everything. Really enjoyed it and all that kind of thing. So they'll be forced to reply to me. So yeah.
Anything else exciting in your week?
Yes. I went shopping for Halloween stuff.
Ooh.
So yeah, I picked up a bit of a costume and some extra supplies and all that kind of stuff.
I have absolutely nothing for Halloween this year. I am so unprepared. I can't even think of a costume. I might have my Halloween costume as serial killer. Because they look just
like
the
everybody
same
else.
as everyone else. Yep.
Yeah. I went to Poundland and bought a mask for £2, which was £5 in Asda. I was like,
Aha.
but yes, And I've got my pumpkin carving kit and everything.
Nice.
So, yeah, I've got everything I need. And I've got some black makeup so I can black my eyes out so it will look better with the mask and everything.
Corn Husky says, serial killer, drowned with milk. There's a question.
Oh.
Is cereal a soup?
Ooh. Technically, no. Well, it's possibly the same as coffee. Is coffee soup? So is ground coffee soup? So yeah.
Depends on how much coffee you're using and if the spoon still stands still when you stop stirring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Coffee technically isn't a soup because you infuse it in water and then remove the grounds.
Yeah, I was going to say, surely coffee would be a solution.
Yes, coffee is an infusion, not a soup. Whereas cereal technically isn't a soup because you have to combine it with something. Soup is already combined. So,
yeah, but you combine everything to make the soup.
Yeah, yes, you do.
And it's like you have your stock or water, or whatever it is, and you add the vegetables or whatever you're adding, or the chicken or whatever it is, and then it all comes together to make soup. So, since you have the cereal and you add the milk, does that then make it a soup?
We should leave this for comments in the chat because we've got 3 more people to talk about their weeks.
That is very true.
So, Mr. TK, since you're speaking, why don't you give us your week?
That gives me time to set up Jackbox afterwards as well.
Yes, it does.
See, Xavier, this is how us old-style people do it who know what they're doing.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, we're not making it up as we go along every week, honest. So my week has, for the first half, been reasonably uneventful. Lots of working going on. And, popping down and seeing Shades whenever possible, down at the station going, hi! And the weekend then came along. Oh, well, we played some Unveiled 2. That was nice, because they had the demo going. I don't know if it's still going. I think it may have finished today. But the Unveiled 2 demo is really good fun, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And now I'm waiting for it to enter early access in November. And whether or not I'll be able to afford it in November is another story. But when it comes to early access, I'll be going combined as soon as possible and enjoying many hours of that, because Unveiled is good fun, and Unveiled 2 is also good fun. But there was an event on Saturday down at the Hobbit.
Ooh.
I know. I haven't been to the Hobbit in nigh on 20 years. And I went, day before yesterday, to a pop event. A brand new one called Nuzzles, which is it was his inaugural event. And they had a good time. I did a little review on it afterwards, but basically, it's like, for a first-time event, they've pretty much figured out what you need to do, how should we do it, and they seem to have got it right first time, pretty much.
Oh!
Yeah, it had a lovely atmosphere. There was loads of people. There was about over 70 people showed up, apparently.
Ooh.
Absolutely filled the Hobbit. But even though it filled the Hobbit pretty much, it didn't feel cramped or crowded. People were still intermingling and moving. There was lots of cross-group chatting. People didn't really click up too much. It was quite nice. There was a table running board games and things, and so Muffin Time was played. I didn't partake, but I might do next time. And they had now, most events have like a photo area. So they'll have a little stage set up, and they'll have a photographer there and taking photos, and then you wait 3 or 4 weeks, and you can eventually get your photos.
Mm-hmm.
Nuzzles did it slightly differently, in that it was all automated. So they had a DSLR on a tripod, and 2 big arcade-style buttons.
Ooh!
And a screen. And so you walked in front of the camera, you could see the screen, and it was like, do you want to take a single photo, or do you want to take a block of 4? And it was basically like a photo booth machine.
Yes.
But rigged up to a DSLR on a Raspberry Pi. And so, myself and Echo got a couple of photos.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you could even get a printout.
Good grief.
Let's see if I can adjust the focus. There we go.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh my word.
Yeah, so Nuzzles at the Hobbit, October 19th.
Okay. Is it run by anyone you know?
Yes, it's run by some of the people who used to organise Paws.
So is Paws defunct now?
Ish, he says, trying to get the camera back in focus. Because Paws has the side effect of being at a venue which likes to... I've completely buggered the focus on this now. Which likes to gazump them for better paying events. God damn it!
Oh.
What have I done to this focus?
Which is really weird because it's like, here's a guaranteed booking of X number of people. Someone randomly goes, oh yeah, we need a venue like a couple of weeks in. No guarantee that people will be there. Oh yeah, we'll just replace it.
Yeah.
Cool, great.
Yeah, because there was supposed to be an event a couple of weeks ago, but they got gazumped. And there were 2 events going on. There was Pause, and then there was an event after Pause. And they both got told, nope, cancelled, go away. Yeah, so I think if Pause does come back, it's going to be looking at a new venue. But in the meantime, we have Nuzzles, which is now a monthly event, as opposed to Paul's, which is every couple of months or so. Nuzzles is going to be monthly. So, yay! So I might actually go out and be social once in a while.
Ooh.
Yeah, if Mr. Nat West allows me to go out, I will go out and be social.
Well, I think Mr. Nat West is having stress issues because of the sheer amount of Ubers you've been having, because
yes,
your father also demands you be social.
Indeed, yeah, but social, very, very local to him, social.
Very local to him, but somehow you're paying for, I don't know, a small band to travel across the country.
Well, I could walk to where he is.
We don't believe you.
But it's like a half-hour walk there and a half-hour walk back. And
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was in the Polygon.
Yeah. But it's...
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's not a quick walk to the Polygon from where I am. But it's and there's lots of hills, and I don't mind walking home so much because it's downhill. But walking there, I'm not too fond of because it's all uphill.
It's deep in the Polygon, is it?
Quite, yes, and it's in the awkward bit of the Polygon. So it's like whichever direction you attack it from, there's no fast route.
Oh,
You know, I could get the bus into town, but then it's still about a half-hour walk to get uphill lane and down to where it is. Or I could go via the other route, which I've done once, and I felt like I was going to get stabbed half the journey, so I thought I'm not doing that route again. Yeah. Polygon is not the best area of my local area. And so, yeah, so I get an Uber up there and I usually walk back. But it's now trying to limit the number of times per week, so the Uber costs are kept down a bit. Because it's effectively a tenner a trip if I'm Ubering up there. Because I always like to give my Uber driver a bit of a tip, because that way I get a nice high rating, and that way I can actually get an Uber when I want one, as opposed to having to wait 50 billion years for an Uber to arrive because they go, oh, I'm not picking up that person. And so where they go, oh, that's a nice rating, I'll have him. So, because I got chatting to one of the Uber drivers, and yeah, apparently they do that. They will look at the rating if they get a chance. Sometimes they'll just look at the route and go, no, nowhere near. But sometimes they'll go, I could do that. Oh, actually, no, maybe not that person. And so, yeah, so I try to keep myself in their good books, which makes sense. It's a little bit extra money, but it does mean I can actually get a taxi when I want one, roughly, without having to call like radio taxis and then they'll go, oh, can you pay in cash? No, bugger off.
Question from the audience before we move on from TK. From Dajiri, did you nuzzle any other pups at Nuzzles?
No, I did not.
No nuzzles at Nuzzles?
I did not nuzzle at Nuzzle. A, because I'm a taken pup, and therefore it's not my place to be nuzzling others. And B, it's a social event, so there wasn't really all that much nuzzling going on. There was, however, cake.
Ooh.
So
Yes.
you were nuzzling cake.
I was more shoving it into my face.
That qualifies as nuzzles.
It's like open mouth, receive cake. Ow! Cake. It was very nice cake as well. A nice Victoria sponge. It was a very light and airy one. But no, it was actually quite a fun event. The Hobbit, which is the pub where it's at, is very Lord of the Rings themed, or at least it was until Warner Brothers sued them. That really annoyed me because I remember seeing that in the press yonks ago, and it had been Lord of the Rings themed for absolutely donkey's years, long before the films came out.
Oh God, yes.
And then all of a sudden, these peons from America come along and say, "Hey, we own all the rights to this. You've got to stop doing what you're doing." And it's like, we've had this in place for absolutely donkey's years, my friend. You've lost the... No, we own the rights. Now we're going to tell you to take it all down.
Yes.
It got to the point where Stephen Fry and Ian McKellen stepped in to pay the licensing fee so they could actually keep the Hobbit name. And then they just changed the name of all the drinks, and that seems
all the drinks are now like adventurer, warrior, and troll.
Well, I had Giant, which was very tasty. Echo had not Wyvern, Hatchling, which apparently was very tasty, but contains Coke, so I couldn't have it. And I had another one as well, which was very tasty as well. I can't remember what the name of it was, but Giant came in because it's a pint. You get a mocktail, and it comes in a pint glass. And it's like, I've got a pint of mocktail. This is amazing. And £3.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, that's bloody good.
Oh, yeah. I went there, I saw one of my friend's bands there, and I was like immediately at the bar and went, which one do I like to look up? This one. Cannot remember what it was, but yes.
Was the band in the little downstairs kind of cubby room where that little bit of a stage thing was?
Yes, there is. That's where the bands are, yeah.
Yeah, because that's where the photo booth was set up.
Ah, yes.
The photo booth was on the stage, and then in the rest of the room there was a ball pit and other kind of soft play things, so you could do a bit of popping out in that room. And then you went outside into the sprawling vastness which is their garden area.
Garden area, yeah.
So you had your kind of bit immediately outside, which was covered and where you could, basically the smoking area for when it rained. You could then go into the main garden area where they had some stocks and some other bits and bobs and tables and things and a pizza cooking place.
Say stocks, what do you mean?
The 3 holes, stick head and arms through.
Oh, you mean that?
Yeah.
Fun fact, that's not stocks, that's a pillory.
It is technically pillory, yes.
Yeah, stocks is just your legs.
Oh, well, there we go. Yeah, so they had a pillory, and the trouble is the pillory was too big because it's designed to be a photo thing, so it's designed to be easy escapable from. And it's like, well, this is no fun because the top half doesn't come down; it's nailed shut, so it's just got a massive holes. And it's like, well, this is far too easy to escape from. This isn't pillarizing me at all. But
so that was your week.
So yeah, then we had the event and that was good fun. We actually ate them out of pizza. They cook all the pizza fresh, and of course we get the event from midday until 5, and then after 5 the pub opens to the public, but they're happy for us to stay in gear because they're an alternative friendly pub anyway.
Yeah, they are.
And they opened the pizza area about 1:30-ish. By 3 o'clock they had to stop orders because they were running so far behind. And so at 3 o'clock they were like, no more orders until 4. And then about 5 o'clock we ordered, about 4:30 we ordered, and we were eating by about coming up to 6-ish. And then shortly after 6, we noticed the place was closed. And it was like, why have they closed? And then we heard later in the Telegram group that they'd closed because they'd run out of ingredients. We had literally eaten all of their pizza.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So all the general public who wanted to get a pizza at the Hobbit that night,
denied.
Sorry. You've catered to 70-odd pups and we're hungry. So it's like, you know how much puppies can eat. We will eat and drink. Yeah, I think they did a pretty good bar that day. So, yeah, I'm getting a feeling Nuzzles is very much going to be welcomed back.
Oh, yeah, they will.
It's
Hobbit, pretty much, yeah.
It's
As long
like,
as
hey,
you're not dicks, we'll be fine.
Yeah, do you like money? That's good, because we've got money to spend, apparently, especially on your pizza. And at 10 quid a pop. Not bad. And then Sunday was kind of a chill day, spent most of it sleeping and napping after Xavier went home, because Xavier came over as post-roleplay. So we did some streaming, and then I did some napping, and then Father wanted a visit, so I paid Father a visit, and then played some Unrailed with Shades, and then today was work.
Nice.
Far too much work. Do not enjoy. And now, hands up who wants to go next.
You got 2 minutes.
Xavier has gone next.
Be relatively quick. So yeah, the week has been mostly last week a work week of holy crap, I've got more work than I really want to deal with.
Yeah, join the club.
Yeah, this was one of those situations where it was like, I've got more work than I want to deal with, and people are going, hey, can you do other stuff than your work? And it's like, no. But yeah, so it has been getting better. It's up and down a little bit because we're trying to keep on top of crap that's happened a while ago, and we're still running into things where it's like, oh my god, why hasn't this been sorted? So good fun times at work. Weather has been really, really annoying because the weekend came down on the Saturday, lovely sunny day, appreciated that. The Sunday morning, fucking storm again. Thankfully, missed the rain on the way home, but my god, has it been dodgy ass weather. But yeah, so the weekend I came down to see TK, did some roleplay, played some Magic the Gathering with friends. We did do some streaming on the Sunday morning after TK eventually managed to get out of his bedroom and wake up.
I was tired. I'd had a busy day of socialising. You know what I'm
Busy
like
day
with
of
socialising.
Yes, it drains your batteries. Yes, so we managed to get a bit more progress on Neopets, which I'm enjoying. And then TK, before I left, then went, oh, by the way, next year, PlayStation's 30th anniversary, European release.
Yeah, UK anniversary. Yeah, it's this year for the 30th anniversary for Japan/global release. But in the UK, we got it late. So next year is our 30th anniversary.
Yes, and I only noticed a few people have done 30th anniversary videos, and I do mean a few.
Yeah.
So I am now sat there going, okay, so if we're going to do the UK one, what can I do that's going to be a bit bigger than what they did? Trouble is, we've also did a lot for the 25th anniversary, so can I do anything different? We'll see.
That's the bit I'm pondering on. What different can we do? Because we had some good times last anniversary.
Well, we've covered a lot, so I've kind of got to rewatch a few things before New Year's, and then figure out how I want to kickstart off. But that was the fun of the end of the day. So the week hasn't been too bad, really. I've got to say the biggest concern at the moment is going into November, December, and it's these months that are like the darker. Everyone's got stuff prepared. Things are going to be busy because Christmas organising.
Yep.
I've not yet looked at that. So it's like suddenly being a case of, oh yeah, I want to socialise. No, we can't socialise. Why not? Because we've planned so many other things. It's like the work day. They have gone, hey, it's this day for the work party, 22nd of November. And I looked at it and looked at their times and I went, I'm not 20. I'm not going. Because I know what the work party is. The work party is there's some food to try and soak up the alcohol that you will have consumed.
Yep.
Loud band to deafen you, and then midnight they kick you out. Now, I live in New Milton, so there's no way in hell I'd be doing that anyway.
No.
But the stories of people going, oh yeah, I think I managed to get home, and you sit there and you look at them and you go, what do you mean you think you managed to get home?
Did you wake up at home or did you wake up in the gutter somewhere?
I don't know, because sometimes they just look. They tell the story and it's like, yeah, well, I managed to fall asleep in my doorway, and it's like, you managed to get a job and hold it how?
Well, I wasn't drunk in the interview.
No, just every other day. Yeah. So the plan is to avoid that one, but thankfully we've only got a few more days. We've got the Halloween episode next week.
Yep.
So we'll be looking to dress up for the Halloween episode, even if it's not scary costume. And then the final show the week after, where I'm going to be dressing up. And then it's Teardown. Because the other thing, like TK has mentioned, I need to resort my workstation.
Yeah.
Partly because work gave me a new laptop. So everything that I set up for the original laptop got screwed over because this laptop, for whatever reason, doesn't like the USB-C for monitor.
Oh.
Don't know why. So I have got to rejigger everything. I've got a 2 PC kind of setup, so I've got to figure that out so that way I can try and be as easy as it is to jump on and do things I want to do. Because if I can eliminate as much difficulty, I will actually start doing more things. That is the difficult. If it's harder, I'm not going to do it. I'm that age.
Pretty much.
Much like TK. It's like, oh, see my dad. It's a long walk. No, I won't do that. I'll get an Uber.
I'll get an Uber.
I'll get an Uber. It's only money. I don't need food.
Yeah. I can buy cheap in Asda.
Yeah, you do. You can buy so many sausages that I look at you and go, no, that's too much sausage.
There's never too much sausage.
Well, that's what I said.
Proved that. We proved that.
I said there's no such thing as too much sausage, especially when it's going out of stock and not being replaced.
If it's only sausage, if it's only sausage every day and there's no variation, that's when there's too much sausage. If you can vary the sausage.
Well, yeah, because sausage is a variable meat. You can do it with anything. You can have, you can do hot dogs with it. You can cook them, cut them in half, and make sandwiches and things, especially after it's cooled. Yeah. You can do bangers and mash, bacon, egg, and chips. Things like that.
You can remove the skin and turn it into a sort of a stew kind, almost like a sausage meatball type thing.
You can
Yeah,
chop
you
them
can,
up and
you can
slow
do
cook
more
'em.
sins against humanity. Yeah, absolutely.
You can slow cook them. Yeah, loads of different ways to cook sausage.
Well, yeah, slow cooked sausage. I mean, I get disappointed when I run out of sausage. Like, there is a sausage left in my freezer, and I'm worried that if I use that sausage, I am then out of sausage, which is disappointing. So I do not use that sausage.
Well, I
Yeah,
went to
mate.
Asda a few days ago and I bought 20 quid's worth of sausage. I
Yeah, it's a
bought
lot of sausage.
about a tenner's worth of chorizo and pork, and just under a tenner's worth of wild boar sausage.
Well, that's my week, and we have a tiny pony in the.
Shay says,
In
I've
the
predicted
Discord.
Charleston's week. We have a
Charleston's
pony.
face. Like, why am I being assaulted by real life My Little Pony? No. But that's my week. We're going to be overrunning tonight, folks. Go on then, Charleston. What have you got?
Well, first of all, I'll say that that AI image has nothing to do with my week. Yeah, so let's review the week and more review the last 3 days, because these last 3 days have been chaotic.
He says Charleston sounded a little hoarse. And
So-
so, Sandy Pony.
I shall try to get through this. Saturday, we had the water turned off at work because the gas meter was being... actually, we had the gas turned off at work because the gas meter was being replaced. But people apparently still try to use the hot water machines for cups of coffee. So the head chef turned them off at the switch to make sure people stopped doing that. Sunday, no one knew about that, and everyone thought that the hot water machines were broken. So we then got... actually, no, backtrack a bit. That was Friday. Saturday, we then got a hot machine, a temporary machine out to plug in and fill right to the brim with hot water so people can still have hot coffee. Sunday, I get into work and I see the hot water machine has moved to another compartment of the kitchen. And the reason is because apparently someone had turned the dial right up overnight and the hot water machine at its previous position was right underneath the fire alarm. So the fire crew got called at about 3 a.m. to find basically just a bit of a steamy room. And yesterday my audio is wonky, you'll find out why. So, yes. That was basically what I was going to talk about for the most part. Today has changed that, because this morning, as I get down to work, and I find that the winds of the storm have blown over some of the signs that were put up at the roadwork, so I thought I'd be a good Samaritan and put them back up. Take time out of my own day, even though I was on my way to work. And then I got to work, and we then had the hot water was back. But the freezer wasn't working properly. We had run out of bacon, which is what I usually cook in the morning for a breakfast shift. But my next best option, because I couldn't find any sausages right at the back of the freezer, was to do hash browns. Now, to give you context, the freezer legally should be minus 20 degrees Celsius or lower. I was going to look up when I was in Fahrenheit, but I didn't get time because other things happened. It was 1 degree Celsius. Plus 1 degree Celsius. Yeah. But I didn't have much choice. And I think that the reason that everything in the freezer was lukewarm is the reason why the hash browns basically became a slush. And I was so embarrassed to serve them. It was terrible. I mean, at least the rest of the breakfast was fine. The beans were fine. Scrambled egg was fine. Porridge was fine. But the hash browns were a disaster. And I felt so guilty about it. Later today, I got my flu booster, which is nice. So I got a bit of a sore arm right now, but I'll deal with that. So I've dealt with it before. And then it's about an hour before starting the show tonight. And I'm getting myself ready. And I think I better plug my microphone in. When I realise that this is what happens to my lead. I have no idea how this happened. I can guess. All I can think is that maybe I got caught in my in one of the wheels on my chair and then somehow snapped. But that's literally a guess. I don't have a confirmation. This is the reason why my audio is wonky, because I'm using the terrible microphone on the webcam because I have no other option. So that is why my audio is terrible. Oh, thank you for reminding me of my otter, because he's had a day too. He came over to my place today just for a quick little bit, just to pick up a Lego figurine that he bought. And then he went back to his place, and as soon as he got to his place, he was greeted with a letter from his neighbour threatening to take him to court because he claims that he stole a parcel. He didn't steal a parcel, it was just left on his doorstep. So bless him, he's had to deal with that. He had a phone with me about it. And yeah, that's basically been my day, particularly the past 3 days. Yeah, so not the best. Let's play some Jackbox and cheer everyone else up.
Sounds fair to me. Let's get a jingle on.
You're listening to TigerTails Radio, giving Cards Against Humanity a run for its money. It's time for Quiplash.
Yep, we have some Quiplash on the go. See, look at me being all prepared and shit. Oh, sorry, a network error occurred. Okay, look at me not being all prepared and shit. I guess we timed out.
In which case, I recommend you change back to one of us so you don't actually put the code on screen.
Well, I can start that there, but yes, I will flick over to the Headington. Why not?
Yeah, hello again.
Right, so should we try that again?
Yes. Hopefully, I mean, there are some workmen outside who are digging up my my outside, well, mine and my neighbour's outside patio. Hopefully, they're not doing any work tonight. They were doing it earlier today, and it was just a lot of cracking and bashing. And when I stepped outside, it was like, oh, mud. So yeah. Good thing we do the show at night, so there's no workmen going scrape, scrape, smash, smash.
Breaky, breaky, breaky.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right, shall we try that again?
All right, there we go.
We'll see if we're allowed to have Jackbox tonight. Oh, the jury's in. Hedge is in. And a network error has occurred.
Hey, let's go again!
It looks like we're not allowed to have Jackbox tonight.
Oh my god.
Tonight?
Try it a third time. Try it a third time.
Try it a third time. Okay, let's
Try
go.
a third time.
Third time lucky, why not?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
If not, you could try Trivia Murder Party, because, you know...
Yeah, because that's always proven to work, isn't it?
You might as well go hard. So, yeah.
Trivia Murder Party is known to have never ever had any errors. Right then,
Yeah.
third time lucky. I'll do that. There we go. That's all right. No, no, room was destroyed.
Oh my word.
Okay,
That
so it
is
appears we're
crazy.
not allowed to have Jackbox tonight.
We're not allowed to have Jackbox here, so we're going back to season 3 style talk radio.
What I will do is I will try a different Jackbox party pack. And we'll see if the same network errors occur and see if it's Jackbox overall or if it's just Party Pack 7 that's playing up.
Interesting. We shall find out what's going on. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, occasionally we like to spice things up and occasionally allow you to chat about what's going on behind the scenes, because here's what's going on behind the scenes. This is in real time trying to fix things. Of course, in professional circumstances, you'll have people that can actually fill perfectly and come up with an idea of what to do. But here, we don't really have any real-time people to talk to. Well, we can, but you can only see one person, which is basically why you've got me here. But yes, and I've been pondering that there's a big space above me.
Yeah, it's
here.
called space.
You can't see it right now, but I'm gonna get another disc plate to stick up there, because I've got disc plates everywhere that there's blank wall to actually make it look pleasant. And behind me over there, there's one above my TV that's the night trap one. There's one just above my other side of my sofa that's a Big Trouble in Little China one. And on this side, there's enough space to put a medium, or rather a large size display. So I'm constantly looking through the choice now and going, what could I put here? And I've narrowed it down to 4. One of them is a depiction of a type of coffee from every single country in the world, which I kind of like. However, because there's a big distance from here, I'm worried that people will go, I can't read that, can I get closer? And it's like, not really. Another one is 2 anime girls basically looking at the camera, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of good, but might be a bit too close to porn, and people might ask questions. The third one is a picture of Electric Town from Akihabara, Japan, which I really like, because I've got 2 things based on Japan already, and I'm like, I could have a third one. I do like Japanese kind of stuff. And the 4th one is a bit of pop art, because I thought, I've already got 1 piece of pop art. Can I get 2? I like pop art. So I'm constantly sort of going, which one should I go for? And I'm heavily leaning towards the picture of Akihabara, because, when I went there and saw Electric Town, which was like, oh my god, this is absolutely incredible. It's kind of like the Japanese equivalent of Times Square. It's just full of shops and arcades and just huge anime central kind of thing. It's absolutely glorious. They've actually got rid of the big Sega arcade that was there. That was actually shut down about 3 years ago. So I actually got to see it the year before it was actually shut down. So I went to Japan just at the right time.
Right.
But yeah, that was something that I really enjoyed. So I'm really pondering getting one for up there. So it's just my adult brain that's going, which one shall I go for? Which one shall I go for? I can't decide. So I'm constantly sort of choosing between them, and it's really annoying that my brain won't pick one. It's going, why don't you pick it? It's like, I am picking it, and it's like my brain goes, no, you pick it. It's like using my brain, yes, but not you. It's like, what the hell's going on? My mind is just fighting against itself, which is really annoying. Yes.
Right, on the subject of really annoying,
Yeah.
we might have a game. I say might. You can probably hear the music for those listening to the stream. So let's flick it over to finish all
Finish.
about you.
About you.
There's a room code for you.
FKAX.
Wow.
Okay, so we have Tajiri, we have voice actor Hedgie, we have myself, we have Jennifer Bat, we have Crap Mike Rat. That's going to be Charleston. And we nearly lost it.
Oh.
Oh, this is.
We have Aunt Fanny. Don't forget, this is Fibbage all about you, or enough about you. So it helps if we know who everyone is.
Yes, it does.
Oh, I've got to put my name in and everything.
Yeah, you got to put your name in.
Oh, wait, I'm the audience. I'm safe! I am safe!
8 of 8 players. You're ready to go.
Right.
That's right, Jackbox. You can't get me this time round.
So there's only one person who's slightly ambiguous about, and that's Aunt Fanny. I'm not sure who that is yet.
So we have FKAX. Finally, Kevin answered Xavier. Furry's Kickle xylophones. Yeah. Right, looks like Crap Mike Rat. Well, we know that's Charleston, and Aunt Fanny. I think I can guess who that might be. But if people aren't going to change the names, let's start the game, and we can have some interesting facts about Aunt Fanny. Oh no, Aunt Fanny has changed her shades.
Shades!
I had a feeling it might have been shades. Lovely. Right.
All right.
Are we all ready? Let's start the game. If we're allowed to. Fanny knows AX. It's like AI, but more Fanny.
Welcome to Enough About You. You provide the personal truths, your friends provide the indifferent lies. 8 players, or in ye olde English, a festival of liars. And if you're watching, you can join the audience at any time. The audience votes on their own lie to earn points and fake out the players. Okay, here we go.
The question is, how much of the game can we get before it kicks us out?
Hopefully some.
All right, listen up. You're going to see a question about yourself on your device. Answer with the truth. During the game, you'll make up lies about the other players. You get 500 points for everyone you fool with your lies, 1,000 for finding the truth, and on your question, you get a reputation bonus for players who know you well enough to get it right. Ready? Well, I am. Answer your question now.
Here we go.
Oh, nearly.
Oh,
Ah, we've lost it.
oh, really? Oh, God.
I've been kicked.
Oh, no. Oh,
We are
God.
attempting to restore your connection. If you don't want to wait, you can exit to main menu or exit to pack.
Oi.
Well, it's having a go.
Yes.
It's attempting a reconnect.
Good Lord.
Oh, people are reporting.
Are they?
Yeah, they're reporting on down detector issues
Yep.
with Jackbox.
Oh. So it's not just us. It's
No,
it's a
it is
Jackbox.
Jackbox themselves.
Oh,
That you were saying,
my.
come on, Fibbage, you can do it.
Yeah. Fibbage lies.
Just check the PlayStation. It is coinciding with a PlayStation Network issue, so
Oh.
I don't know if they're all running on the same backbone, though, because Jackbox is an independent thing.
Mm.
Right, well. That might have scuppered Jackbox Games for the night,
Oh dear.
but it doesn't mean the fun has to stop.
Yes, it does.
uh-oh.
Right.
Ah, you're going to try some of the Discord games.
No, because I need to test those.
Oh. Well, here's an opportunity.
No, as in, I need to actually sit down and work out, A, will they run on this laptop?
Oh.
Or will the laptop just collapse and die? So, we could always go back to one of our Season 3 games.
That narrows it down.
Wow. I was thinking, we used to play 20 questions back in the day.
Oh, God.
Oh my God. It's like being in a car and told to put down the Game Boy and take out the colouring book.
Pretty much.
When
Right.
I was your age, son, in the car, all we could do was play I Spy.
Okay. Right, well, I am going to just wiggle this laptop around, just in case I need it
You
later.
may also want to come off the stream as
Yeah,
well.
all you're doing is looking
Oh, yeah,
at the...
that is a good point. We are
Yes,
looking at the
yeah.
failure of Jackbox.
Yeah.
So we can look at Hedgie instead.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's me again. This is the longest time I've been on camera for a while.
And Cedar
thing I'm
Toga's
wearing-
like, wow, that'd be a blast from the past.
Yes.
Okay, let me...
Oh, 20 questions. Wow. This
Okay.
time the audience could actually play it.
Yeah,
Mm.
because normally we'd have someone call in on Discord, but we've got loads of people
Yes,
calling on
yeah,
Discord
we've got
now,
loads of
but
people
they're,
playing,
they're
yeah.
the cast, so
Yeah.
they're not allowed to win.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right,
yes.
so for the way we used to play 20 questions,
Mm-hmm.
in fact, I'll pop back to me briefly. Whee! There we go. So the way we used to play 20 questions is we would have an item in the studio, and I have an item in the studio in front of me here, and there would be someone who would call in and would go 20 questions, yes or no answers, to determine what it is. And that was many moons ago. And it got broken by DJ actually getting it in the first question.
Yeah.
He basically came out, is it blah for question one? It was like, how did you know that? So, so yeah, that got broken. But it is also where It's Never a Dildo came from. Sorry, I'm just getting a private message. Okay, that's cool. Thank you, Jennifer Bad, for making me aware of that. It hasn't affected the stream yet. It looks like it's just affecting Jackbox. Woot. But yeah, so I have in front of me a thing. I will give a couple of things out straight away. So, you know, because typically you get animal, mineral, or vegetable.
Animal, mineral, or vegetable.
Yeah. Vegetable. That's a quote if you know that show. So I will say this is, in terms of object-wise, I think it'll be classified as mineral, I think?
Well, it works this way. If it's alive, it's animal. If you can eat it, it's vegetable. If it's none of those things, it's mineral.
Okay, it's mineral then. Definitely
Yeah.
mineral. And
Yeah,
we
that's
will,
basically the way it works.
and we will indeed give the bonus answer that it is indeed not a dildo. So you do not need to say, is it a dildo? It is not a dildo.
All right.
All right, so I will take questions from Discord. Don't forget these are yes/no questions. And
Do
so,
we just ask?
yes. But I won't count that as one of your 20. Or is there some more
Yes,
to it?
remember, there are only 20 questions you can have, so make sure you watch to make sure nobody's put your question already, because otherwise that will forfeit a question.
Indeed.
Because, we play properly here.
So Hedgie will be ringmastering this.
Indeed, I will be paying attention.
In fact,
I will
I
be
will
making a tally of questions.
There we go. So I will answer the questions.
Mhm.
Right, so... Okay, Hedge, if you have the questions in front of you...
I do.
If you ask the questions, I will answer them. And don't forget to say who asked the question.
Okay, so Digiri says... Well, Shades, first of all, says... Could it be used as a dildo?
Technically, everything could be used as a dildo if you're brave enough, but no, in this instance, you would have a difficult time using this as a dildo, so I would say no.
All right. Digiri says, is it a plushie?
No, it is not a plushie.
Not a plushie. Okay. Who's going to be next? Remember, if you've asked a question, you can ask another question. You're not limited to that.
Can you wear
Digiri says, can you wear it?
Possibly. It would be difficult. I would say no.
You would say no. Okay.
I would
So
say
it
quite
is
an
not-
emphatic no.
Okay, so it is not a wearable item. All right. So yes. Okay. Remember, you want to try and use the previous questions to work out what it can't be. And that's
Currently,
basically how
a
you're gonna
lot.
do it.
Currently, it can't be a lot.
So it can't be used as a sex toy, it's not a soft toy, and it's not wearable. So, more than likely, it's not something soft. So there's another clue for you.
I will give one slight clue, is that I will take as an answer the general of what it is, but I will be awarding bonus points if you get it very specifically.
Corner Husky says, is it electrical?
No.
You.
It is not electrical.
No,
All right. It
there are-
cannot be plugged in.
It cannot be plugged in. There are no wires. There are no batteries. You can play this in a power cut. There's a clue.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Will people pick up on that?
We'll find out. See what. Is it a photo? Says Digiri.
It is not a photo.
It is not a photo. Okay.
I think
Five
the clue
questions
was you
down.
can play it.
5 questions down. 15 remaining. Jennifer Bat says, "Is it from the 1980s?"
It is not from the 1980s.
Shades says, "Is it a gramophone?"
It is not a gramophone.
Not a gramophone. Okay.
Although I do have plenty of those bastards around here as well, I'll tell you.
I was going to say, is he going to just pick something that obvious? So.
Yes, he would.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who's going to be next? So, it is not a sex toy, it's not a soft toy, it's not wearable, it is not electrical, it is not a photograph, it is not from the 1980s, and it's not a gramophone. Is it a book? Says Digiri.
It is not a book.
It is not a book. Okay. So,
How many
we
questions
are
down are
narrowing
we?
things down. We're narrowing things down.
How many questions have we done so far?
We have done 8 questions. Is it a writing utensil?
It is not a writing utensil.
Ooh, another good
Okay. So there's a lot of things it can't be. So we've got to try and eliminate those things and think about what's left. What's left?
I'm thinking play maybe the clue.
So,
When we get to question 10, I will give another little hint.
all right. Mm-hmm.
Because whilst you can indeed play with a writing utensil, it's not really a play thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will also say none of the other cast members have a clue what this is either.
No, I don't. Jennifer Bat says, does it involve anything to do with railways or trains?
No.
That's the 10th question. We are halfway through the questions.
Okay, so I will give it a bit
Halfway
of a clue.
through.
I will say that probably Shades has been the closest so far, but only in the very kind of out of all of the questions asked so far, Shades has been the kind of closest in terms of what this is, but don't take that as to mean this is something along the lines of a gramophone. Don't think that's specific. Take that as a very general, broad stroke concept.
Shades says, is it a body part, which I can only assume he would mean it's some kind of bone?
It is not a body part.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Here we go. So...
Close to a gramophone, but not a gramophone.
So, no, not close to a gramophone, but that is the closest thing.
Is it an instrument, says Jennifer Batt?
It is not an instrument, and I will clarify my point to say it's nothing musical.
Ooh.
Okay, so...
So when I say don't think of gramophone too specifically in that regard, don't think of like that genre of item.
Okay, it is not a sex toy, it's not a soft toy, it is not wearable, it is not electrical, it is not a photograph, it is not from the 1980s.
It's a mug.
It is, yes. So, is it a mug, says CW Tiger?
We're going
not a
down
mug.
the tick
It is not-
box of things
Okay.
TK likes, really, aren't we?
Pretty much. So it's not a book, it's not a pen or anything like that, it's not anything to do with railways, it's not a body part or a sort of a piece of bone or something, it's not musical, and it's not a drinking implement. We've got rid of a lot of
We're not going to
things.
count that as a question. What is it? That's not
No,
a yes,
that's
no
not a yes or
question.
no question. Okay. So...
Shit, Shades is getting eager. Yes.
So how many questions have we had so far?
13. Does it involve the head, says Jennifer Batgirl.
Mentally or physically? As in...
I would presume, is it something that you basically put on your head, or is it something that's designed for use on your head?
Physically, no.
Okay. So it's probably not something like a pair of headphones or earplugs or something like that.
But it could be something that requires you to think.
Xavier is reading that context clue correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
TK is failing with words.
so I will not charge the because Jennifer Batgirl has then gone mentally. I will not charge you for that because that's kind of implied.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So,
Are we saying TK's mental? Yes, we are.
I think I have an inkling of what this could be, so I'm going to keep quiet though.
Okay, well, see if you can guide. If you think you might know what it is, put it to me in the cast chat.
Dejiri says, is it something that would make you happy?
Me personally, yes. A lot of other people, yes. This is quite a popular thing, but I guess it's not for everyone. So I would say yes, but that would be on a very kind of micro level.
Mm-hmm.
That eliminates Scrabble then. Okay. Not Scrabble. The one where you work out the words from clues.
Boggle.
Crossword.
Oh, crosswords.
Crossword. There we go. My brain just went, you're not going to know these games anymore. Have fun.
So I've put my guess in the cast only chat.
If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad.
It's not that hedge, but you are definitely in the right ballpark.
Yes. Okay, 15 questions. There are 5 remaining. You have 5 remaining questions. Remember, think of what we've got rid of. Dejiri says, can it be used in gaming?
Now, we will remember the previous question where we said it's not electrical, but can it be used in gaming? The answer to that question is yes.
Okay, so now we know in what area it is.
Ooh.
Remember again, all the things we've already had. It's not electrical. It is not musical, so therefore... And also it's not from the 1980s, which probably means that it's going to be something around the 90s and onwards. So... Jennifer Batgirl, is it part of a board game?
It's not part of a board game, no.
Dejiri says, I have a guess.
Jerry, how many questions away are we?
Yes. We are 17 questions. There are 3 remaining.
Jerry, put it in channel.
Put it in channel.
Guess it in channel. If you're right, you win. If you're not,
I will not count where should I put my guess as a question. Don't worry. I'm not
we are
that
not.
cruel.
We are not being D&D.
Says, is it a dice?
Game masters.
It in itself is not a die, but I will give the bonus clue of dice are indeed involved in this.
Okay. There are 18 questions now. There are only 2 questions remaining.
Like I say,
because is it a dice technically is a question.
Yes. And Jennifer back goes, is it part of a board game? Notice emphasis on words. And I said no.
Mm-hmm.
And I will take the broad stroke, but you get bonus points for being for getting the exact thing.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
People are typing.
Yes, they are. They're thinking. The next question will be the 19th question, the penultimate question. Is it a dice cup like Yahtzee, says Jennifer Batgirl?
Yeah.
It is not, although I actually had to move Yahtzee to retrieve this.
Okay.
So this is the
So
last
it is
question.
not a dice cup. So before you type, let's go through what we've got. We know it's not. Yes.
So just before you do, I will allow one more question, and then I'll allow everybody to put a suggestion as to what they think it might be.
Okay, so remember, it's not electrical. It's also not from the 1980s. It's also not musical. It's not a book. It's nothing to do with railways. We know it's to do with gaming, but we have to think about the kind of decade it could be. I mean, it might be possible that it's before the 80s or after the 80s. I'm personally going to err towards being after the 80s, but that's pretty much just me. Again, don't think about that. I'm just spitballing in my own world, so... Jennifer Batgirl says, does it involve casino-style games?
So, now the question is, Hedge, do you want me to count that as the final question and answer it? Or, because I will just reiterate some of the more recent things. We have determined that it is not a dice cup, like Yahtzee. We have confirmed that it is not a dice or a die in its own independent right, but dice are involved, and it is not part of a board game. So
the thing is, Jennifer Batgirl, do you want to possibly change your question to a different sort of possibly theme, or do you want to actually keep that? Because remember, no. Okay, so
does it involve casinos? I don't recall this being used in a casino ever. Gentlemen's club maybe, but not casino.
Right. That is the 20th question. Now, all you can do now is look back or think back to the answers of what we had and come up with what it could be. So here we go again. So it is. We know it's not a sex toy. It's not a plushie, so it's not a soft toy. It is not wearable. It is not electrical. It is not a photograph. It is not from the 1980s. This does mean it could be from the 70s or the 60s or the 90s onwards. It's not musical.
Hedge, I am going to interrupt you.
Yes?
Because Shades has just got it.
Is it a backgammon set? It is backgammon!
If I hold it up to the camera without it all spilling everywhere, it is indeed a backgammon set. Well done, Shades.
Oh, good grief.
Woo! Wow. That was down to the wire.
And we have various dice and things in here. We got some D6s and some other D6s for player 2 and a giant dice. I have no idea if this is actually relevant to the game or not. I don't recall it being relevant, but it's in there. And yeah.
All right.
And yeah, I was thinking about using Yahtzee, but then I thought, actually, no, backgammon, that's far more interesting.
Well, how about I've got something on my desk now. How about I have a go and somebody else can?
Okay.
I can have my item.
Hedgie wants in.
Yes, I do. I want to play.
Is backgammon a board game? Yes, it's a board game.
We used to do this every Monday, by the way, guys. Every Monday until someone broke the game.
Yes, we do it every week. So, who wants to be the question curator? I guess I'll do it then. Right.
All right.
Camera sticking on me then.
Yes, indeed.
So, Hedge, are you going to give the 2 bonus questions away at the start?
What were the 2 bonus questions?
Animal vegetable or mineral, and confirmation that it is not a dildo.
Okay, it is mineral, and it is not a dildo.
Hang on. Jennifer Batco says, you said no when I said, is it a board game? No, the question was it part of a board game? No, I was looking for the whole game in itself, not just a part of it. So, as you were saying, Hedge, sorry.
Sorry?
As you were saying, Hedge.
Okay, it is a mineral, and it is not a dildo.
Well, wonderful. Right, so, Hedge, the jury asks the first question. Is it smaller than your fist?
No, it is bigger than my fist.
It is bigger than his fist.
So, no, it is bigger than my fist.
People using their Stuart inquiry. People using their knowledge of previous people running these games. I see straight away.
It's like dice is a part of it. Yes, we said dice was a part of it.
Aha! Digiri is back to. Is it something you can wear?
No, it is not something you can wear.
Ooh.
So it's bigger than a fist, or bigger than Hedgie's fist.
And it is not something you can wear.
And I'm not going to count this as one of the questions, but Shade says, is it an even bigger fist?
You mean like one of those Hulk things?
Yeah, one of the big kind of like the thing they have in Gladiators.
Technically, that would be something you could wear. So
yeah, true.
But no, you cannot wear this.
Okay, so it's not wearable, and it's not smaller than Hedgie's fist. Could you use it for mixology? Says Dajiri.
No, you could not.
Not a mixology item.
No.
So we're 3 questions in so far.
We are going down the list of Hedgie's likes now.
Yeah, so everyone think what is likely to be in Hedgie's flat that he can produce on camera at a moment's notice. You see, for me, this is a very difficult question because I have a lot of things in here that I can produce at a moment's notice. Hedgie has less space than I do. The jury says, is it anime related?
No, it is very much not anime related.
Ooh. Very much not anime related. Extra context clue there. So, have a think about what might be in Hedgie's flat that's not anime related. That's probably going to be his sofa and carpet. That's about it. But I would laugh if I've just given the game away and it is actually the sofa.
I will say it is currently not on camera, so it is not the sofa.
Okay, fine. That was a bonus quick. There's a bonus one for you. Bonus hint. We are 4 questions in so far. Shade says, is it a puppy? And if not, why not?
No, it is not a puppy. And the reason being, I don't have room.
You've got your hood. You could be the puppy.
I do.
The jury says, is it furniture related?
No, it is not furniture related, but it could be considered a furnishing.
Okay. So possible
It's
furnishing.
not an item of furniture, but it could be considered a furnishing. And by I say could be, if you're really, really desperate to call it furnishing.
We're stretching the definition.
Yes. Really stretching it. So go with no, but if you're really pedantic, yes, it's furnishing.
Cosmic asks, is it vaguely purple on the inside?
No, it is not.
Okay. The jury
Let me
says...
double check.
Oh, hang on.
No, it is not.
It's not furniture related, but it has an auntie who's a sofa, says Shades.
Oh.
The jury says, is it soft?
No, absolutely not.
Not soft. So yes, it could muscle up to you and beat you up in a fight. What we need? What's that? What's the dun 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 music?
Copyright music? Yeah, what's the copyright music that we
Yeah.
can't play?
That we can't play, but yeah. We're not monetized. It's fine. We'll just get taken off. This episode will get taken off.
Heck, if you want to play
Jeopardy,
magic,
thank you.
like that,
The jury says, would a thief steal it if they broke in?
I mean, it is not worth much.
So they could, but they probably wouldn't.
Yeah, it's not valuable.
Okay. So No, short answer to that question then. I'm going to put Jackbox out of its misery because it's still trying to reconnect the room. Oh, the sound's still up.
How many questions have been asked?
8 so far.
8, okay.
Or at least what I'm calling 8 valid questions. We've had a few bonus joke questions in there as well, but nothing that's had an info gained on it. And yes, CW Tiger says the Jeopardy think music. Yes, that is what we need right now. So with 8 questions in, we'll give a clue at question 10.
Okay, yeah.
Sounds fair? So, what might be in Hedgie's flat? I mean, that could be a whole game in itself. What's in Hedgie's flat?
Hedgie's flat, yeah. Actually, a better one would be what's not in Hedgie's flat.
Dear me, it's bigger than a fist.
Oh, have you touched this item today?
Yes,
Ooh.
I have.
So it is something he touches. Yeah.
Well, actually, let me put this. I have not used it, but I have put my hand on it.
Excluding during the game. Yeah, okay, that's a fair clarifier. But yeah, it's not been used, but it has been touched.
Yes.
Okay.
We're not making this conversation any better, guys.
That's why we have to clarify from the outset. It's not a dildo.
Not a dildo.
So, yes, so we have confirmed so far that... where is the start of the questionings for this particular round? So we've discerned it is not smaller than Hedgie's fist, so it's larger than his fist. It's not wearable. It's not used for mixology, and it's also not anime related. It's not a puppy. It's not furniture related. It is sadly not vaguely purple on the inside. It is not soft, and a thief wouldn't steal it. But Hedgie has indeed touched it today. So it is something that, while not necessarily be used frequently, it is certainly touched. See, this is why we went to Jackbox games.
Yes.
Does it require power, says Cosmic?
No, it does not.
That was question 10.
However, it does require something else to basically use it to its full potential.
Oh, okay.
So it does not require power, but it does need something else to basically make it work, if you will. And that's the only clue I'm going to give without giving more things away.
I was going to say, so was that your question 10 clue?
Yes, the clue is it does not require power, but it does need something else to actually use it to what it's supposed to be for.
The jury says, do you wind it up?
No, you do not.
Oh, so it's not Xavier. I might actually put the camera back on Hedge because he's the one who's actually looking at his camera, whereas I'm just looking down at the screen all the time, which is going to be a lot more interesting to look at.
All right.
So, Cornhusky says, is it a waving flower that uses sunlight for power? I'm not entirely sure that's a question that wants an answer. Does it contain something else, says Cosmic?
Not currently, but in order to make it work, not to make it work, but to make it actually useful to its full potential, it does need something else inside it. But currently, it does not have anything inside it. I'm trying to give information without revealing too much.
Okay.
Sounds kinky. No, it sounds dirty. The words you're looking for is sounds dirty.
So, yeah, Cornhusky's question, is it a waving flower that uses sunlight for power? No.
Also,
this
is another bonus clue. You could easily buy this in a shop where children could walk around. So it's not something that is considered an adult product by any means.
That doesn't narrow it down because...
I'm just saying, it's not anything that's lewd or anything like that.
It's not a dildo.
Yeah, and it's not anything like that.
A lot of these places do sell these things, but never mind.
The jury asks, is it a figurine?
Ooh.
I will say that it features in the same family of figurines. In other words, you could place it with figurines and it would technically not be out of place. People might say, oh, that's a unique item to have in that collection, but it's certainly made of the same material. So, and when I say figurine, think there's different types of material figurines can be made of.
Yes, because you get the plastic action figure type figurines for like all your video game things that you get bundled, or you could have ceramic figurines that are a bit more classical. A bit more classical and oldie woldy.
As Hedgie dies in the background.
Yes, I think that was a clue death.
How many questions are we up to?
I have, unless I've miscounted, I've counted 13 so far.
Okay, good.
Hang on, I'll just double check.
Remember, work out what it isn't, and then go from there. Remember, you want to try and work out what it can't be, and then slowly build around that. That's it. Do your things.
Did the standard rate of VAT apply at the time of purchase?
That is question 14.
Are you serious?
That was shades.
Really?
That is actually quite a good question.
God.
Oh, that was shades.
It was bought last year.
But was it kind of shop, second-hand purchases and things? Because
No. It was bought brand new from a shop.
okay, so it was. So yes, the standard rate of VAT would have applied at the time of purchase.
Yes.
These are very much more than yes/no answers. But anyway, perhaps it's a non-breakable vase of some sort of figure of an animal, for instance, an elephant, and one puts flowers in the trunk.
I will say, think about that style of item, but consider other things that are put inside. So that idea is quite close, but
Okay, so we're going to count that as question 15, even though that.
inside. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the closest to the way this item operates.
How to fill an hour? Let Hedgie answer yes/no questions.
Hey, we're getting 2 rounds of a season 3 game out of this.
True.
Yes.
The jury, is it a fancy pencil/pen cup?
No, it is not.
Not a pencil holder.
No.
That was question 16.
Oh, God. Oh.
So think about what Hedgie might have in his flat. That is.
Also, I will also say I will accept the generic name for this item. While it is in a certain style, I will accept the generic name for it.
Cosmic says perhaps then it's a cookie jar.
Cookie.
No, it is not a cookie jar.
No, because I ended up with a ceramic decorative cookie jar.
Indeed, you did.
I've got Tony the Tiger. Yeah.
Yes. No, it is not a cookie jar, but it's it's not a cookie jar. I'm not trying to. I was thinking, can I spin that into a clue? But no, it's not a cookie jar.
So we've got 3 questions left before people have to lay in their final guess. So it is an item that requires something else inside of it to fulfill its purpose.
Yes.
And it is a more decorative item. I think it's fair to go from Hedgie's clues so far. But it's not a pencil holder, and it is not some kind of vase.
Or vase.
And again, I will accept the generic name for this. You don't have to state exactly what this kind of model is, but I will accept the generic name for this kind of thing.
The jury says, is it located on one of your tables?
Yes, it is.
So it is a table item rather than a shelf
Yes,
item.
it is indeed. Yes. Yes, it would be a bad idea to place this on a shelf. For 2 reasons.
Shay says it's probably the glass he keeps his dentures in. He's getting that old, you know.
Is that 18 questions now, or is that 17?
Well, Shades, it was a comment rather than a question, so yeah, that
Okay.
would be 18 questions.
Oh, God. I'm trying desperately to work out how I can steer people in the right direction for this.
That's the fun of being the answerer. Because we don't have a effing clue what your item is here in the studios. We've not been told.
I think we may have stumped the listeners.
So we know it's not a cookie jar or a pencil or pen holder type thing, but it is something that to achieve its full purpose in life, one would insert something into it.
Mhm.
And it's a table item.
Yeah. I will say, when I say insert something into it, kind of say put into it. Don't think of something that snaps into place and kind of locks in there. It's just you put something else in it.
Like flowers, like flowers in a
Kind
vase.
of. Yes, exactly. Because flowers in the vase just go in there loose. They can move around. You don't click them into place.
Yeah.
So don't think click into place. Think just something goes in it.
It's a holder of sorts.
Yes, it's yeah. That's a pretty good description.
Oh, God. Speaking of it being old, I thought it might be one of those little pill boxes with the different compartments with different days of the week. Cosmic says perhaps it is a souvenir ashtray.
Ooh, I will say, ashtray is related to fire. This is also related to fire.
Says Cosmic, you are close according to his face reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be something stupid, isn't
Oh,
it?
I think I might have figured out what it might be.
Oh.
good. I'm glad you have.
Put it in the cast chat. I will tell you if you are not.
I'm doing so right now. Oh, hang on. I think someone's beaten me to it.
No, I haven't. Don't worry.
Cosmic says, is it an incense burner?
Ooh.
Oh, very, very close to what it is. Instead of incense, think of something else, but you are really close. You are really close to it. God
Shade
damn.
says candlestick holder.
It is indeed a candle holder. Yes, it is. It's a candle holder. Yes, it's a candle holder. And to prove it's bigger than my
way too
fist,
happy.
I can get my fist inside it. So yes, it is bigger than my fist.
Shades
So,
is 2 for 2.
yeah, it is indeed a decorative candle holder. There we go.
Yeah, because I was thinking incense burner as well. The jury's like, I get a partial for the first one, right?
And to prove it basically works, there it is. It is doing its thing. It is candling.
Even though that's not a real candle.
No, it's not a real candle, yeah. I have some real candles, but I'm not doing those at the moment because I lit one with my my wax melter and all the wax has fallen out when I was typing on the keyboard. But yes, my little decorative candle holder.
The jury says, is it Xavier or Charleston next? It's 10 o'clock. How much do you want us to overrun?
Oh, my word. Yes, it is, yes.
And now you see why we only used to play one game of this. And our shows used to be for 3 hours long.
Yes, done as much as we need to.
Yeah, that's why I said I would accept the generic name like candle holder. So yeah. Because I wasn't going to say, oh no, it's a tea light holder. It's like no, candle holder. So yeah.
The jury says Charleston needs to go. I have some guesses already. Is it broken microphone cable?
That's harsh.
Oh my god.
Charleston has been uncharacteristically quiet this week for obvious reasons.
Yes. Due to equipment failure.
But it's still nice to be on the show at least. So we can say hi! You can speak, our microphone isn't that terrible. Oh. So. And the jury says, waves to Charleston, or waves to the rat. For his next trick, he's going to be trapped inside a small box. It's invisible to the naked eye.
Invisible, trapped inside this invisible box, yes. Oh, my word.
Xavier, meanwhile, just looks on.
This is a whole lot of craziness.
Yes,
it is
Dear
indeed.
me, we have filled a very long hour of 20 questions.
That was quite fun. That was a good
Ah.
fun. We had a good time.
Yeah. Say, Jackbox, look at what you make us do.
Yeah.
But on that
Hey,
note,
go
before
back
TK prompts us, it is time for the socials.
It is.
So what are the socials, TK? Ah!
So, you can find us... Oh, I should probably flick back to me, shouldn't we?
Yes, you should.
So, you can find us on the internets. You are looking at us right now here on youtube.com/TigerTails Radio. We also have our sister YouTube channel of youtube.com/TigerTails Gaming, where you can catch up on the gaming streams. Currently, a lot of Neopets The Darkest Fairy is being played by Xavier, with me heckling him in the background.
Yes.
If you are on the Twitter equivalent type things, you can catch us on @TigerTails Radio or @TeamTigerTails. If you are one of the few people who use Facebook, you can see us on nearly said my personal one then. That would have been the wrong one to use. It's @TigerTails Radio or @TigerTails Entertainment. We also have the TigerTailsRadio.bsky.social Blue Sky link if you want to use the skies of blue. I haven't bothered setting up a Mastodon. That didn't really seem to be the point. Have we covered everything? I can't remember. Well, Xavier's in charge of the socials. I can't remember what we all have. Yeah, it's just Twitter, Facebook, and Blue Sky, isn't it? And the YouTube comments.
YouTube, Twitter, Blue Sky, Facebook. We do also have our website.
Oh yeah, the
TigerTails
website,
Radio and
TigerTailsRadio.co.uk and TigerTails Gaming, which Xavier hasn't updated since 2023, I've noticed.
Yes, apologies.
Yes, in your own time. But
Yeah. And don't forget, you're more than welcome to submit messages on Discord, even when we're not here, because we'll always get pinged by them. So, if you want to send something, go ahead, send it to Discord. We'll get it. So
yeah,
don't worry about that.
we even have the general chit-chat channel.
We do. So,
between
yeah,
show chattings.
pretty much.
And if you have pictures of pets that you want to share, we have the pet pics one as well. We all like seeing pictures of people's pets.
We do.
And I think... Oh, hang on, there's a...
What's that?
Justin says he's got a plan. Oh, okay.
Ooh. He has a plan.
If you need me to put the camera back to you, wave at me and I will move the camera back to you, Justin. Okay,
No,
fine.
it's-
Oh, I see. If Jackbox is down next week, I do have something planned for 20 questions.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. Well,
Polishes it. Goes, oh no.
well, maybe next week we can do a Jackbox and a 20 question.
Oh.
It'd be interesting to see if we can revive season 3 things.
Charleston's going to be outside with a freaking great Panzer tank.
Yeah, but the question is, which one of us is he aiming it at?
Edgy.
You're not allowed to ask next week's questions this week. That's cheating. And Drew says that he may put his weekend in review picks in the general chit chat later. That'd be cool. It'd be nice to see them.
Ooh, yes.
But yeah, I think we have pretty much covered it to the end of the show.
Mhm.
So we might as well go in the order. Just don't explode with eager anticipation to express the 20 questions. Yeah, pretty much. Corn Husky, you speak of the truth. So we shall say our farewells. Do you want to say where we can find you on the internet, Mr. Hedgie?
You can find me on Discord, obviously, here, and on my Twitter, which is HedgeTHaydenVA. Basically, any voice acting projects that I have, I put up there. So if you want to see what I'm in, any sort of projects that are coming out or anything like that, you can go there. Any DMs or anything, you can go for there. But usually, most of the time, I'll be hanging around on Discord. But again, if you want to see what I'm personally up to, have a look at my Twitter profile.
Nice. And Xavier, where can people find you on the interwebs?
Generally, you can't because I'm not very active at all on online. But you can indeed find me on the channel and stuff like that. Excuse me.
Move away. Charleston.
Dying.
There you go. He has put it all in channel. The Twitter, Blue Sky, and YouTube. Just look up Charleston Rat, and that'll be him. And also find for Affinity. Not financial advisor. Oh God, I cannot see FA anymore. His work has ruined me. And yes, I can be found TK Tiger on most platforms that aren't Twitter. So the Blue Sky and the Mastodons. You can find me, and I think I'm Spots Dalmatian on for Affinity. But you can also look up Thomas King on no, I'm not Facebook. Ugh. Well, you can actually. That will find me. But I was saying for So Furry, where you can find a lot of the ratings I've been doing recently, which I still need to upload. I was supposed to do yesterday and forgot because I was too busy napping. Along with a great many things. And the dude's like, TK is so furry. Yeah, it's true. But on that note, it is a good night wave from the Charleston. See you next week, hopefully with a working microphone. Nighty night. Well played, Charleston. Well played. We have Xavier.
Good night, all. See you next week.
We have Hedgie.
Good night, everybody.
And it's a good night from the Void. See, I did remember to put it in eventually. And it's a good night from me, TK. Oh, hang on. Is that a second sign? Oh, no, that's the see you next week one still. Cool. Okay. And so, yes, it's a good night from me, TK Tiger. Thank you very much for watching and or listening to this episode of TigerTails Radio. I need to turn the Void off so I can do the end screen properly. Stop streaming. Thank you. There we go. So, yes, join us next week for episode 51. There'll just be 2 left. And it'll be the Halloween special, where there'll be absolutely 0 Halloween decorations, because I don't have any. Unless Hedgie wants to pay a visit during the week and deliver some. But until then...
Sorry, deliver some what?
Halloween decorations to the background.
Oh, no.
I have
Alas,
none.
I do not have.
I'm
sure I can spare something. Wait, I could bring you this mug. You can have this mug.
Oh, what's that mug?
So, yeah, it's a skull.
Oh, it looks like the dude from Trapdoor.
Well, Boney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got Boney from Trapdoor. That's a blast from the past.
Oh my God! Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Oh.
But on that note, it is time for us to say night, night, everybody.
Night, night.